Today we're going to be installing the water features for the bunny bungalow, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host Jerry Hansen. Today we're going to be continuing the project of working on the bunny bungalow. This morning we're going to go ahead and install the self-watering features for the rabbit cages once we get them installed. I ordered this water nipple set off of the eBay, and this is the gravity fed system where it doesn't leak. The animal bites down on that and then releases the water. So you don't have to worry about having a closed system up line. So this is 20 nipples and sets to hook it up. I'm just going to go ahead and start drilling my holes to thread the water line through, and then we'll get it and hook up the water system. So let's go. This is the back wall of the rabbitry, and on this wall is where the cages are going to be stacked. We're going to have 3 30 by 30 by 18 inch high cages, 3 stacks high, so that will give me 9 cages to accommodate these New Zealand rabbits. So I'm going to go ahead and drill one hole through the top plate up into the attic to access the water reservoir that I have in the attic. And then we'll go ahead and get the other nipples set up. I've already got it pre-marked for where the cages are going to go at the level where the rabbits' mouths will be, so they can comfortably reach them in each level of cage. So let's start this. I went down to my local hardware store and I bought this tubing. It's a clear tubing, and it'll fit on those fittings that I purchased for this rabbit watering system. So we're going to go ahead and thread this through those holes. Okay, I got the hose threaded up into the attic, and we're going to be connecting it to this water tank shortly. Okay, for now I'm going to be connecting these to the hoses along with all the splicers. So we're going to start with this one and just push it right onto the end. And these will just be compression fittings. You don't need anything else since it's just gravity filled. Gravity fed, and there won't be any pressure in the line to blow it to make it leak. So we're going to go ahead and place that right about there, and we're going to use some side cutters to cut the line to where I need it to go next. So right now I'm going to cut it right about there. And I'm going to put in one of these T's. They just compression fit. This is the perfect size line for all this. But, so we got a nipple, a T, and then we've got to get a short piece right there, to which I'm going to attach another nipple. Okay, so just to point out, I put these little clips on the nipples for now because I'll show you later how I'm going to fix this. So we're going to go ahead and put this back on the water line and just press it right on there. And then we're going to see there's a water line here, and there'll be another water line right here. Another nipple right there. So we're going to go ahead and put another T and nipple right there, but I'm leaving plenty of slack in the line so I can pull the line through the sheeting, because this line will be protected in the wall with insulation to keep it from freezing in the winter times. So we're going to go ahead and put a T in. And cut a short piece off to connect it to the other nipple. And put that other nipple on. And this top T, we just connect directly to that line. And this is ready. That one's done. So now we got to do these others. I gotta slide that on there. And get my cutters. And this nipple here. All you have to do is just slide them right in there. If you want, you can get little hose clamps and put the hose clamps on there. The water system is now in. I have 9 water nipples, and so those 9 will accommodate the 9 cages that I'll be putting in here. Okay, now that the water is in for the cages part, we're going to install a water feature to fill up the reservoir in the attic from down here. So I'm going to build something that the garden hose can be attached to and just run the water right on up, and we'll go ahead and get that started now. I'm going to have the water spigot go out the wall right here and run the line up the wall here and then through the ceiling and to fill into the reservoir that's right above us. So I'm going to go ahead and drill a hole right up through here. Okay, gotta glue that pipe on. We have a cleaner. We have a primer, like that. And we have a cement. Okay, I got to clean the end of the hose, or the tube. We'll put a glue on it and glue on the fitting. And then we'll put it on the end of it. And this piece is going to go on the inside of the bucket, like that. And it's going to connect right there. Okay, the outside diameter of this half-inch pipe is 7/8, so we're going to tap a hole right here. we're going to put this L in there. I got this little piece of pipe and we're going to put a T on it, and I'll show you what I'm going to use it for. This is a special feature I'm adding to it. What this pipe is going to be is an extension off that T, and it's going to have a threaded cap to it. In this pipe is what I'm going to put white apple cider vinegar. Fill this up, and we're going to run the water through the hose to fill up the tank, the reservoir, and that vinegar will be added to the water and go into the vat in the attic. And it does two things. It keeps bacteria and microbes and algae from growing inside of the tank, and it also helps with the biota of the rabbit's guts, so it's a healthy thing. So this is what I've devised to be able to put it in. We're going to glue that up, and here we go. We're just going to pop that in, and we're going to turn it. Okay, and we'll paint this up when we're done. We're going to go ahead and clean this up. And here's the top. This is the cap, and I have a threaded cap to go all over it so we can get a watertight seal on it. And that will be the reservoir on which we put the vinegar. The next thing I got to add is the actual hose connector. So I bought this special piece. It spins, it's got a washer in there, and this is for attaching a garden hose. I have the well right up there, so we'll just run a short line right down here and be able to hook it up and do it without having the hose hooked up at all times. And like I said, water will not be standing in this pipe, so it'll just drain right on out. So we won't run the risk of the water freezing in the pipes here, so it'll always be open and clean, and the hose we can just keep stored in the well house. And the well house will have a light in there to keep things thawed out during the winter time. So when we need water, we just open the, plug in the water line, run the hose over here, fill it up, put it back away. And then of course under the water tank there'll be a light to keep the water from freezing in the tank if it should get cold enough up in the attic. So I put a lot of thought into designing this water system for the bunny bungalow. Like I promised, this is a state-of-the-art bunny bungalow. My rabbits are going to be spoiled. And of course I'm going to custom build their cages. Their cages are going to be 30 by 30 by 18 inches high. And they'll be able to have plenty of exercise, plenty of space to move around, and they'll be able to grow out and live a nice healthy life. For the most part, the babies I'll be growing out in grow out cages and selling those. And I'll use the money from the sale of the babies to be able to buy feed for them and provide a steady supply of meat for free. Okay. There it is. The Bunny Bungalow water system is complete. I want to thank you for joining me on this adventure of building the Bunny Bungalow and installing the water system. The next step is to put the interior sheeting in, and we're going to go ahead and primer it, caulk it, and maybe put a coating of drywall mud over it. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, when we get to that point, you guys will be able to see the video. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I will see you guys on another video on building projects. Bye-bye.